Hello, this is our Wednesday workout and we're going to be working our limbs, limbering ourselves and working those legs. Nice legs for today. And a big welcome to, I want to say this is especially for Tanya. Mia, you're 17 today and you're coming home. And it's so good to hear that you're doing well, darling. Anyway, we're going to, so this is for you. We're going to just start off, actually, let's just go round with the hips. So we'll just mobilise those hips a little bit. I hope none of you have been overdoing it with the exercise. I know that there's a heap of free workouts going out there, and a friend of mine's overdone it. She can't walk around anywhere with hip troubles. So that's why I like to keep it kind of short and sweet and explain everything to you. Kick the curls, kick the heels in, keep curling those legs. And if we warm up everything a bit this morning, just to get going, then those of you who need to get to the desk can leave after the first 4 minutes, and then the rest of you who want to carry on with shaping up, frankly, we'll carry on with that. Okay, so these are for you guys at the desk. So we're going to go open, close, open, close, open, squeeze the shoulder blades together, there, up, flatten the hands, raise them up, down, up. This would be good for all of us, of course. Lifting up. And now slide those up, above the head and down. So we're going, bringing right up, crossing over the hands, up. And then we'll just rotate round a little bit. This would be good for us who are going to be working on our legs too. And then open up the chest, but meanwhile opening up here in the hip. Okay, now we're going to get on with it. If you've got weights today, grab them. If you've got something to slide on, some paper, all the better. But we're going to start off with just taking one leg forward, one leg to the side. So we're in that nice 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock position. Just to open up that plane there, shoulders square to me. Drop down fast, come up slow. Drop down, come up slow. And change legs. So nice and wide. Make sure they're not one behind the other, that they really are split. Drop. I'll be giving it just another tip or two for those of you who wish to follow a detox through over the next few days. I'll be adding that on at the end of this session. Now, if you can put your foot on something elevated, so that's a chair, sofa, anything, one foot on there, with actually the knee facing forward, so we're not switching it like that. And then hands on the other thigh, dip forward, bend in the knee too, so make sure you are actually going nice and low in that leg. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. So you're going to probably turn around and put your back to me now. Another 3. This is working around the outside of the, right here, bit of the quad, mostly the glutes. Okay, change legs. Now put one leg behind, so you're supporting it on the sofa or the chair, and I want you to go directly down, perfectly straight for the first few. So we're just going to load this front thigh here for the moment. You'll feel it in the back of the leg as well. And if your knee's struggling a little bit, maybe split the legs a bit wider and throw the weight back. Okay, now I want you to go down with the hands, lift up and down. And just 2 more, because you're probably feeling that's nearly enough. Hopefully you're getting up again. There's always the risk you might not be pushing yourself back up. Which reminds me, Eileen, are you still with us, or are you, have you gone back to figure 8? The nice dancing one. Find your balance. You've changed legs now, so we're doing 8 on each side. Last simple bend there. And now touch down, lift up. 3. Last one. Okay, so that we've got some nice, I'm just too Caucasian. I don't have a nice backside, so I'm always trying to work it to be slightly lifted and rounder and higher. So I like all these things, and so some of you gifted with a great backside. I want you to sit back there. Anyway, shape excluded from all of that. It's obviously important to have powerful glutes. If you've got your weight or two, nice wide feet, slightly turned out toes, sit back on the chair, something quite low, and if you haven't got anything low, just throw yourself back there, opening out all the inner thigh as well. Just give it 3 more, and then we're going to subtly just change that leg position so we strike a different part of the thigh. If you still have your weight, good. Don't worry if you don't. Now we'll bring the feet in a little bit, and I want you to go down with more of a zigzag in it. So that's more here. Before you were trying to throw it back, and now it's just a little bit there. And I want you to focus on the outside sweep of that thigh. Another couple. And relax. Okay, to work the backs of the legs, we're going to use our pieces of paper now. I've got my flannel. If you don't have that, I'll just give you a static exercise that you can do. So, if you do have something you can slide on, you're lifting up your hips and you're sliding back and forth there. Just move along so you have a full vision, all right? If you don't have anything to slide on, just hold one leg in nice and tight. We often do a hip one, a backside one, but the leg is further in front there. This time I want you to hold that leg static and feel the tension building up in there. Meanwhile, the rest of you still sliding away. Push your shoulders into the floor so you've got a bit of resistance. And now let's take both legs at the same time. Push it out, pull it in. It's quite a big deal. And in. One more, push it out, pull it in. That works the backs of the legs. Okay, back up again. If you have a weight, take it, or 2 weights. If not, again, it doesn't matter. It's just about going through the motion sometimes. So rise on the toes, weight slightly forward, stick out your backside. So that's your position. Slide down, pushing your boots off, pulling them up. And up. And here, I expect you to be feeling it all down the back here. Don't be tempted to bend with it. We're not bending anymore. We're just hinging forward from the hips. Up, dropping forward and down. Your weights would just be dangling forward. Hanging there. And last one. Okay, back onto the floor. Can you put your feet onto a sofa, a chair, and we're going to isolate the backside muscles a little bit more. So working this backside here is obviously going to help any lower back issues too. So you've got your feet quite wide on something elevated. You won't want it terribly high, but a bit higher than I've got here would be ideal actually. Thrusting the hips up, dropping down, up and lower. Really engage it at the end of each of the motions lifting. As I'm often saying, think about where you are working the muscle, which is why I tell you where it is, so you can really get it into your mind and then send that message to that area, and the progress is much greater. That's not just garble, that is fact, by doing that. Okay, now if you can change it to a single leg. Again, push the shoulder blades together, lift and drop. Now, I haven't heard from anyone in the Cardigan area since I've been doing these free workouts, and you, my local lot here, are the very ones that inspired me to do these live streamings. And much as we've got a few internationals, got Laura, Malaysia, Thailand, Malaysia, Val in Vancouver, I don't know how we're doing in Cardigan, so please let me know. Contact me through my website and let me know how you're getting on. So that's a change of legs. We're going to be getting up in a minute. If you've got a banister or a chair, a sofa, something solid that you can hold on to, it would be great. I haven't got anything fancy like that, but I have got just the bar here where if I had a jumper, I'd thread that through, or a towel. I've got an elastic band, which is actually not ideal for what I'm about to show you. But all I'm looking to do is have something so you can lean back on it, there. So even if you're just holding onto the back of the sofa and you're putting your feet close to it and sitting back, that's the action I'm looking for. So I'm going to do it sideways on just so you can see the angle. So your hands might be perched over the back of a sofa or hanging onto the banisters or on the kitchen top. Kitchen top, not much purchase on that. You might just go too low. And I want you to sit back there, and you can see the whole angle of the leg changes. And you're using your knees a lot less and powering up everywhere else. I've got wide feet for now. And then I'm going to turn it into a little bit of a jump. Okay, now let's go narrow. So we'll turn it into a sissy squat. So everything's super tight, feet together, ankles, knees, sit back down, and down. So the ladies in the woods, Bettina, Bernadette, all you people come to mind when I do this kind of thing. Now we'll turn it into a jump. Feet up, jump, up. Okay, one fancy it up a little bit. Slide 1 foot behind, put the weight on it, sit back, and say, once again, I'm right back on it, because often with a lunge we can be a little bit forward. Now I'm trying to get you back. So back there. Even if you're feeling really tough and not too wobbly, you can do a single leg one. But let's just use that back leg for a few kilos, change sides, drop. So we're cooking it a bit this morning. You might feel it a little bit in your backside today. And as you know, I love any of the feedback that you give me, because then I know how to gauge it for you. Sitting on the floor, cross your legs, pull them up nice and tight. Feel that stretch in the piriformis around the back of here. And those of you who've set off with a little bit of a detox this week, I talked to you in the video yesterday, at the end of yesterday's exercise video. I added on a few minutes talk about doing a 5 or 6 day detox and the way you can do it at home with what you've got in your cupboards. And I talked about cloves and cloves as in the spices. Widen the legs here, split them apart, place the hands forward. This is a tough one. Just pray that you can do it, right? Bring your feet together there. Lean into the leg, lift it up at the front. So cloves are great for the manganese, but also for clearing out parasites in the intestines. So that's what you're going to be making a tea with. But watch the video so you can find out more. So I spoke about cloves, lemon and water, oil and water, more water, and what was the other thing that I touched on? But anyway, today I wanted to leave you, yes, it was flossing and sloshing. So flossing and the coconut fat. If you have any spirulina left in your cupboards, now could be another good time to start using that. You might have maca, you might have spirulina. In fact, probably what is best is if you make contact with me and tell me what you've got and you don't know how to use it, and then I'm very happy to guide you with how you can use it. But one of the ones I'm going to leave you with today, right now in the UK, we have great weather at the moment, and I'm pretty sure in Switzerland you have the same. And obviously after the winter season, we've had a very low dose of vitamin C, certainly around here. A D, probably, and C actually, but D. So when the skin is exposed to the sun, it makes vitamin D from cholesterol, and that instructs the absorption of calcium and phosphorus. So it's really crucial to get the vitamin D, and it's not just a matter of getting it on your skin, it actually absorbs through your eyes. So those of you who wear sunglasses a lot, take those glasses off, let some natural light come through the eyes. A lot of you go, oh no, that's super dangerous, but actually you're losing a lot by wearing your glasses all the time. We don't need to wear them here because it's very rare that we get the sun, but we've had 3 weeks of it now. So make the most of absorbing that vitamin D, and then there's a whole chain of absorption that helps with your vitamin content, which is exactly the great time, the best time that we need to be boosting our immunity. So welcome back, Mia, and well done, Tanya, for all you've been through. And I hope to see you tomorrow.